My grandchildren, they all go to Japanese schools. It's interesting because we're learning together. I think that maybe they've passed me now. I first studied Japanese 40 years ago in college, long time ago.
Wow.
But 6 years ago, I started going to Japanese language school. And
Mm-hmm.
I went for over 2 years, almost 3 years. But my conversation skills were never that good.
Maybe you can ask like, where you guys from, or what do you do? Or yeah, have you ever done snorkeling, or
Uh,
have you ever been to Okinawa or something? Do you know how to ask nicely?
oh, uh, uh, uh,
こんにちは。鉄道模型オタクマイクです。よろしくお願いします。私の趣味は鉄道模型ジオラマを作ることです。今日は私の鉄道模型ジオラマを紹介します。
マイクさん、鉄道模型ありがとうございました。素晴らしかったです。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
私の趣味です。
素晴らしいですね。じゃあジオラマを作るきっかけは何だったんですか？
子供の頃の趣味は、鉄道模型ジオラマを作ることでした。そう、20代、30代の時は、仕事で忙しくてできませんでしたが、40歳ぐらい、また作り始めました。
そうなんですね。すごい。
Feel like learning Japanese is too damn hard for you? Stop slaving away at grammar, words, and spelling. Now there's a better way to learn how to speak Japanese like a normal guy. Welcome to Terumi's podcast. Let's learn Japanese in just 2 months with Terumi's learning method.
はい、マイクさん。お久しぶりです。
久しぶりですね。
お元気ですか？
はい、元気です。はい、てるみさんは元気？
はい、元気ですよ。And congratulations on your completion of level 2.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed the class.
Amazing. Which actual phrases was useful during the hospital or doctor appointment?
There are things that I always forget, like blood pressure, the word blood pressure and blood test.
血圧、血液検査。
So. And words like that. And there are other words that I added. Shinobu taught me that I had the notes, so it's very helpful,
Anything else did you do during the level 2?
Oh, of course, the restaurant conversation. I use that almost every day or many times a week.
Amazing.
And the hotel
Hotel?
conversation.
You do travel quite often?
We've been traveling on island. Like we went to a resort in Japan.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't traveled overseas this year. Yeah, yet. Yeah. Post office, the bank. The bank is because I always go to the post office and bank. So those are very useful.
Amazing. Yeah.
And the
That's
bank,
good.
I have to go every other week, I guess I go to the bank.
Is it about pension or about something else?
No, I converting US dollars to Japanese yen.
Okay.
Or I deposit money, into an account, things like that. Transfer funds sometimes, different things.
So you do everything by yourself, those things?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. You don't need the help from your wife.
No, I don't want her help if I can avoid it because I want to be more independent.
That's amazing.
That's the only way I can learn, And I was telling Shinobu-san too, if my wife is with me, the Japanese people, they won't even talk to me. They always talk to her.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So if I go to a restaurant even, and if I try to order, the waitress will just look at my wife. Yeah. So I tell my wife, even when we go to the supermarket, when we go to the cashier, I tell my wife, just let me go. I'll go by myself. Just because if there's just a little communication there, of course, but the cashier will always talk to my wife. She won't talk to me directly.
True.
So, but I think it's very important to be independent. I mean, some people rely on their wife or other people to translate everything. And it's not fair to the wife either.
Yeah.
So, if you're going to live here, you have to do so many things, the bank, post office, the store, hospital. You can't bring your wife everywhere, right?
True.
So that's why I want to be more independent,
Mm-hmm.
So
That's amazing. Yeah, I really want to actually show you to everyone, like, because that's actually the best reason to learn Japanese, because you decided to live in Japan forever. Also, you want to independent. You don't want to rely on everything, your wife. So that's amazing. Really
yeah.
amazing decision, actually.
Yeah, and it's normally fun too, I mean, it can be difficult sometimes, but normally it's fun, to try to communicate.
Yeah, Mike-san, thank you so much.
And the Japanese people,
mm.
Okinawan people, are very friendly. I mean, they always, they're always willing to be patient, when you're trying to speak Japanese. That's what I found. I've never had any mean people or people who didn't want to speak to me. So they keep trying,
So basically, you go everywhere quite alone, right? So that's why, I mean, it's a bit, obviously you have to talk. It's not like you going everywhere with your wife. So it's finally ending up, you don't talk anything, right? It's mostly you do everything by yourself quite often. You go everywhere.
Yeah, I try everything I mentioned. I mean, post office, bank, hospital, unless it's something serious at the hospital, then I bring my wife, of course. But that's only rare. Yeah, but my wife and I, we do things together, of course. We do karaoke and smart work. We have hobbies together as well. So
a lot of actually retirement people, they visit my consultation, and I feel like they are really don't have so much social interaction. Only wife, like mother-in-law, but nothing else. I think it's very difficult to motivate themselves to learn Japanese because they're not meeting anyone.
I mean, now I'm in a Japanese club, Tetsudo Moke.
Really?
Yeah, it's an internet club online, but still I can practice my Japanese. But it's only writing, It's not. There's no speaking, but at least it helps my vocabulary and
yeah, something just to keep it up, especially when this is your hobby. So something it's fun too.
Right. Well, that's how it is. For me, studying Japanese, it's a hobby, one of my hobbies,
Yeah, that's gonna be good motivation. You have so much things to do.
Yeah, you got to keep busy. You got to keep
Yeah,
interested.
keep busy. Yes.
Hey, what's up? So today I love to share my student Michael, who has been living in Japan more than 15 years, having a Japanese wife and child, but he couldn't speak Japanese confidently. When he arrived in Japan, he took some classes using textbook and using some flashcard, very common startup, so he couldn't speak almost anything confidently. When I met him for the first time, I said to him, no worries. Japanese language is one of the most difficult language in the world, but it's not impossible language to learn it. Imagine Japanese babies, children, how they learn it. Just a few years, they can speak. So he just started master course and he learned how to speak properly, how to respond quickly, how to pronounce it, and improvement of his listening skill. So now he can go to bar, izakaya, and he can have the normal conversation with locals. And I said, congratulations. What was this tons of textbook study? Learning Japanese, it's easy. You can do this. If you want to be able to speak Japanese as soon as possible, we have a specific learning structure to start speaking Japanese naturally. You can focus on the natural conversational Japanese. Join our free consultation to learn what is the fastest way to start speaking Japanese.